Welcome, everyone, to the Cosmere Reads for Season 2, Episode 1. Yeah, we're doing seasons now. We're in the season kick.
Nice.
Cool.
Because we've changed planets. We have left Scadrial. We are now on the planet of Sel, S-E-L. I know you guys don't know that yet, but it's fine. It's not a spoiler.
No,
But
well, we didn't know what the last planet was called.
Yeah, you didn't even know that. It's Scadrial. Yeah, but it's Sel. Sel is where we are now.
All right.
Yeah, so we're in Sel, and we're learning all about a new magic system, a new world with new implications, and all sorts of fun things. So
Wait, there's magic?
maybe. Well, we learned a little bit about the Elantrians before the fall, and the
Little, very little. Because all I remember is that they had shiny skin like a Twilight novel.
No, so,
Wait, they were in the other books?
no,
No, this is in the forward.
in the prologue.
No, in the prologue. Thank
Prologue.
you. Sorry, I keep saying forward.
Are you drinking a Leinenkugel?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, it's a zero gravity brewery Madonna IIP. It's double IPA.
Nice.
Double
I
I.
saw the yellow can and I was like, oh, I have a yellow can too.
No,
Oh,
it's
we all like on the same vibe.
this is Vermont beer bought in Costco. So that's what Costco is selling right now. So
Vermont
Solid.
beer.
Yo, Costco's the shit.
That's a new take, but
Costco
hey,
beer.
I love
they do
Costco.
it.
You know, hey, whatever. Hey, it's been a while. We haven't recorded in like weeks now. So
Yeah, I missed you guys, yo.
Took a nice little break to how to process the end of Era 1 of Mistborn, and now on to a whole new world. A whole new world. Don't you dare close your eyes.
Oh shoot, this guy, he's going in.
Let's see, announcements. I don't really have anything. I can't think of anything worthwhile to announce. Besides the fact that I keep on getting copyright claims on all my YouTube videos right now, and
What?
YouTube is driving me crazy. So, like, all the music I use, I have went out and actually paid the artist money for the rights for the music. I had the licenses, I had the receipts, but I don't know whether there's a new copyright system that YouTube's implemented, like an AI software. It's going through and just going through and copyright
Wreaking
claiming.
havoc.
Wow.
But the thing is, like, they don't let you blanket like dispute. You have to go to each episode that they have a copy. So they're claiming on every single episode I've ever recorded for both this one and the Will Reads,
Oh jeez.
and put a copyright on everything. I'm like, I own all that stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
but how many episodes right now do you have on the Wheel Reads? I mean,
over 200.
right. So
And it's like, guys, I
Yeah.
own it all. Like I can show the receipts. I paid the artist already. I paid for the rights to use his stuff. Like, so YouTube, if you listen to us right now, stop. Like, I've shown the receipts already on one of the disputes. Keep on doing it. Like, that's my point. Like,
AI, if you're listening, you will
Yeah.
not win this battle.
I
This
mean, it's
one.
just annoying because
I just finished
extra
an
work.
AI class with the MIT. It will win the battle. No, man.
You're fucked.
They will win. They will be our overlords one day.
Not today.
Not today. Not if Alan has anything to say about it.
No, that's it's do you ever see the meme or whatever? Like, what if the human race is like cyclical, and like there was like massive technology like way thousands of years ago, and we created AI, and then they like enslaved the human population, and then there was a massive solar flare that knocked out all the AI, and then we started worshiping the sun god who saved us from the AI. It just repeats on a cycle.
It's cyclical, almost like a wheel.
Almost like a wheel. Huh. Yeah, I thought Alexa would be the overlord. Alexa might. Oh, I can't say too loudly. She'll hear.
Oh, you have one of those? Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. I just listen, make sure she didn't hear me.
Uh,
Because she's doing stuff right now. We have one of them outside of my son's room, and it plays white noise during the night. So if I say the name too loud, it might wake my son up.
Oh,
so
man.
I need to.
Have you seen that South Park episode where just like they made a South Park episode just to mess with everybody's Alexa and Google's? And so when people would play, they watch that episode and it just talks to each other and it set off everybody's devices, the whole of it. Yeah, it was amazing. Loved it.
There's a YouTube video I was watching in my car. It's all the speakers, my microphone or whatever receiver for the car phone can hear everything it's saying.
Mm-hmm.
It was about using Google, so it kept on saying, like, if you say okay Google, then after this, and then my car would stop the video and like, what do you want? And I'm like, I didn't say it.
Yeah.
That's just why I love YouTubers that actually have it where it doesn't actually say the word; they actually like drop the audio right on the word Google, so that way it doesn't trigger anything. I'm like, thank you, appreciate you. Yeah.
Let's not.
Hey, you
Oh.
put it out there.
Zool can't be on Thursday. I get it. Everybody has commitments. We are going to stay on Thursdays for the foreseeable future. Maybe we'll change a day every planet we go to. But
There you go.
we'll see. Because we're
And
jumping
Zool,
around
you'll
planets.
always be here in spirit.
Yeah.
That's how it works. I mean, yeah,
Yeah. And if you stop by every now and then, we still love you.
absolutely.
So I guess we haven't talked about, we recorded live from JordanCon, so I guess we can do a little debrief of that real fast.
Mhm.
I had a fun time. I got sick afterwards. I think a lot of you got sick the last day.
I got sick the last day, which is terrible. It's
and
like
then, the day after I got sick, and it took me forever to recover from it.
me too. It took me a week. I was like,
Yeah.
geez. And it was a sinus infection, unfortunately.
Okay, I lost my
Yeah.
voice. It was just
Me too. Yeah, I was worried it was gonna be strep for me because it was like that scratchy throat situation,
Mhm.
and I'm actually
Yeah.
susceptible to strep for some reason. But
Oh.
luckily, just sinus infection.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't get sick, but I was extremely hungover on Sunday.
I was just trying to hungover every day.
Yeah, and then my flight got delayed, so I was extremely hungover at an airport.
Yeah.
But we made it. I didn't get sick. Sorry to hear.
Well,
you
me, my
guys got
takeaway
sick.
was the drinking Coke when I have a caffeine allergy.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Yeah, don't
was
do
scary.
That was really dangerous. I didn't
Yeah.
realize. For all the time people like talk about getting like alcohol poisoning or something. No, for me it was just somebody put Coke in a drink and gave it to me, and that was enough to almost close up my throat.
Yeah.
It was
My
hard.
favorite part was the gin tasting for sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
gin tasting,
Gin tasting was fun. Yeah.
amazing,
I'll say
and
more about that.
appreciate the fact that it was put together quickly too, and they just
Yeah.
made
And then
it happen.
I went back home and went to my local ABC stores and like went to try to find some of those gins, just see if I could find them.
I couldn't find a single one.
No, I went and asked them to look it up in their system. The closest the stores that carry them are either Virginia Beach or Williamsburg. And I was like, that figures.
Oh, okay. I just went into like local ones because I
yeah,
was.
I did too. And they're like, yeah, no one drinks gin in Newport News. So, so we have Tanqueray and Hendrix. That's your choices.
There you go. Exactly. So, and the reason why I was doing that is, I'll admit this. I went to like every ABC store in the area and cornered the market on all the Woodford Reserve,
Derby.
Kentucky Derby
Yeah.
bottles. I cornered the market, so I have them all.
Nice.
So I'm like, because they're the 150th anniversary,
Yeah.
right? And so, like, I have them all from this area, and then I figure next year I'm going to sell them at like make some ducats on them.
And
But I
what
was
do
like,
and what a photo finish of that Derby, man. That was
by
great.
a nose, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally. Photo finish.
Mhm.
That was fun. It was a good time. We had a good time. We went to a friend's house for
Yeah.
a Derby party.
So much fun.
You had a
And
dirty
for
party, right?
everybody that I met there, y'all the best.
Yeah.
Love y'all. Appreciate
Oh,
y'all.
yeah.
Yeah. Listen
good
to all y'all's podcasts that I got recommended to.
You listen to
Y'all
all-
put me into like a deep like rabbit hole of like listening and observing. And by the way, Zool's on everything commenting. I'm like, geez, when do you find time to do anything else?
Oh, they have Bombay Sapphire. They have all the normal
of
ones.
course they do. Yeah,
Zool.
yeah.
Yeah,
They got
they have beef
yeah.
eaters and like all the normal stuff. It's just
Yeah,
like the more
yeah.
eclectic, like cool gin bottles that aren't your mainstream.
Yeah, if you
that
want
we
that
had.
purple Snoop Dogg one, they even got that one. But
Yeah.
you
They
start getting
don't.
outside of that, they don't. They don't.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
little like micro distillery ones that like have
Right.
like really cool. Yeah, they don't have any of that stuff.
I
It's not
still
like
think-
bourbon. Bourbon's gotten really big of getting a lot of the smaller stuff in there because bourbon's
Right.
gotten so the bourbon craze is gigantic right now, and it's
Mhm.
just there's so much bourbon. But you look at the section of the ABC store. Sorry, I realize that everyone listens to us not from Virginia. Our liquor store is called the ABC stores. Whenever we say
Right.
ABC store, we're talking about a
Which
liquor
stands
store.
for alcohol and beverage control. It's not because they couldn't come with a name.
Yeah, because it's state run. We have state run liquor stores in Virginia.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
So whenever I go to liquor store, there's like a giant wall of bourbon, and then the gin section's like this big, giant vodka section, tiny little rum section, decent sized tequila section.
I thought you were gonna do your second Aladdin reference and say "itty bitty little space."
I missed it. Oh.
You missed it. You were that close.
I was
man.
that close. I was that close.
Uh-huh.
It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. Well, let's start talking about that kind of stuff and get into this new book. So first impressions of the wonderful world of Elantris.
Well, first of all, it's a city.
It is a city.
Interesting.
It's a city.
It started out sounding like it reminded me of Guardians of the Galaxy, like all those golden people that like have,
okay,
like,
yeah.
And it was like, oh, this is like really cool and everything. And then the book starts off, it's like, it's the slumlord village. I was like, oh no. What a heel turn that was. I mean, because they talk about the beginning, it's like shiny hair, shiny skin. Yeah. They live in like this golden palace city.
Right.
It's like
I was like, oh, cool, shiny people.
Uh-huh. Shiny.
I'm trying to think of like a place that like used to be really nice and went to shit. I'm trying to think of like a good example of that. Without offending someone.
Babylon.
Babylon, that's good. I was trying to think of more recent, but Babylon, like something like in America where that's happened. I'm sure that there's been blight and that kind of stuff throughout
Detroit.
Boom.
Detroit.
Great example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Detroit used to be like the golden city. It was on the water.
All the car manufacturing, all the jobs, and all the money.
They used to have money on money.
Yeah.
And now people are like, don't go to Detroit.
Nah. Detroit looks like a warfare area. I mean, I blame RoboCop, but that's just my
Very nice. Very nice.
Anyway, so that's a good 80s reference there. So
nice.
Let's get right into this. Prologue. It's not a long prologue. It's a very short prologue. I know, Will, I don't know if they had the forward in your book, and we're not going to talk about the forward. But
was the forward more about like Sanderson?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like talking about
it was
how
Dan Wells. It was written by Dan Wells. Okay. Did you read it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, we don't have to really talk about it. It's not much. It's not nothing about the book. It's about the process of how he created this book.
It was interesting.
It was interesting.
I found it interesting too. I loved it. I liked it a lot.
Then let's talk about it then.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't sure if Will had read it. That's another reason why I wasn't going to talk about it.
Okay.
But if Will's read it, then let's talk about it.
I read it.
So yeah, it's written by Dan Wells, who actually does work for Dragonsteel now. Dragonsteel is the parent company that that oversees all Brandon Sanderson works, and Cosmere. So Dragonsteel is the name of Brandon Sanderson's company. I guess is that the best way of putting it? Yeah,
sure.
And it's the overarching for the Cosmere too. There's some stuff with Dragonsteel as well, but that's not canon yet. Mm-hmm. He wrote the Dragonsteel books but never released it and published it, except for like leaked some of it online as kind of like, hey, this is kind of stuff I'm working on. But yeah, it's Cosmere related, but it's not canon. And he said it's not canon. So
okay.
Anyway, but Dragonsteel's the name of the company. Dan Wells, who wrote the forward, is in his writing group in college and now actually works for him and actually is going to start. I wouldn't say ghost writing because he's not ghost. He's going to be an official contributor to Cosmere books. Okay. So Dan Wells, who is a horror writer by trade, but actually has written some fantasy as well, has been hired by Brandon Sanderson to help finish some of the Cosmere because Cosmere's so large and there's still so much more left that hasn't been written yet that Brandon Sanderson realized he needed help. And that was just recent, the last few months that Dan was brought on board. So he's going to start writing some of the Cosmere books as well. But yeah, so the forward's by him. It just talks about how this book came about and a little bit about, while they were in college at BYU and they were in a writer's group together. And
I thought that was so cool. Like, what do you call them? Like Shakespearean, like tropes or whatever.
Yeah.
They would like go around and, that's all they talked about was like acting. But this was for writing. Mm-hmm. I just thought it was so cool how they have such a long history together. Like they started when they were trying to figure out what they're going to do with their lives, and they all supported each other because they all knew they were serious about actually being writers. And look where it took them.
Yeah, and I love the part too. If you haven't read the forward, I recommend go and find it. I love the part too where he talks about like Dan was talking to Brandon about he read one of his books and he's like, but there's no bad guy. Like there's no good guy or bad guy. He's like, does there have to be? Like everyone can be morally gray.
Very
like,
subversive, right?
like,
challenging the status quo.
Yeah.
I like the fact that, you know, culture, I don't say culture, but things you learn permeate your subconscious. When he talked about Adonis and he was like, oh, from Greek mythology. He's like, oh yeah, that's right.
I guess I'll change the name of the book now.
Yep. Now it's Elantris. And I was like, okay, that's what's up.
Yeah. It's funny how I knew that name sounded familiar when I came up with it in my mind.
You'd be surprised. And that stuff comes through, and that's the reason why sometimes I feel like, you know, these calls about plagiarism and stuff. It's like, and sometimes people don't realize they're being influenced by something they heard like 10 years ago. Right. It's not intentional. It's just it's just there, and you just remember it in your subconscious, and it just comes back up. Right. Yeah. So
Zul, I'm jealous. Zul just wrote, my daughter said she's going to Dragonsteel Con in December in Utah.
Is that the one that's in Atlanta as well?
It's in Utah. No, Dragon Con. Dragon Con's in Atlanta. That's in October.
Dragonsteel Con.
So Dragonsteel Con is Brandon Sanderson's con. It's in Salt Lake City.
Of course.
Right. Yeah. So it's going to be the same day as Stormlight 5 comes out. The release happens during the con. So
I can see myself going in 2025.
Yeah.
When I've gotten a little bit more into the universe.
By then, let me check the spreadsheet. By then, we'll be. Let's see. Where will we be? Let's consult the spreadsheet. By December of 2025, we will be. We'll be on to. I haven't mapped out that far. We'll be well into the Stormlight Archive. So yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like by then I'll be a little bit more dyed in the wool, and so I'll
probably
get more of the
be just finishing Wards of Radiance, so second book of Stormlight 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That reminds me, by the way, Will, I was meaning to ask you, when we were at the conference, did you some of the references, of course, there's a lot of Wheel-Time references. Did you feel lost in a lot of the references that came up and stuff?
Oh, so much.
Yeah. I feel bad for you, man. So much stuff came up, and I was like, does he know any of this?
I was prepared for it to happen, though, so it wasn't that bad. I knew that was coming. Just
ladies walking around talking about they're looking for the Black Aja, and I was like, oh, no, I don't think he's going to get any of these references.
That's just when I took another sip of my beer or whatever I was drinking and was like, cool.
Yeah.
I was
the drunker I get, the more I'll fit in.
People were talking about Trollocs. I was like, he has no idea what a Trolloc is.
Yeah. Well,
he's read Out of the World.
Yeah, part of it. I didn't finish it, but I did. Oh, okay. I do
know what Trollocs are.
Somewhat, yeah. Okay, I've read the word Trollocs in one of them.
He's read the word Trollocs.
Got it. Okay.
And he's watched the first season of them of Wheel of Time. At least I think you have, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So. On Amazon, which I know is not word for word from the books. We're well aware, but still gets some of the references. At least.
Oh yeah, it's like reading Harry Potter and watching the movies. You're gonna get the references.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. Right.
It gets close.
Yeah. So the prologue's really short on this book. It really just talks about how the fall of Elantris, how it used to be this great, radiant, magical city where pretty much the people there, the Elantrians, were picked at random by the Shade that would come and at night, and then you would become a god the next day and pretty much become almost immortal. You would die eventually, but your aging slowed. You'd be shiny, and they were
full of wisdom.
Yeah, all the wisdom, and looked at almost as gods. And then 10 years before the book happened, mysteriously, I said the wrong word. But the Shade was what happened. It corrupted or something. We don't know what happened. We just know things went bad. The Shade is COVID. That's nice. COVID happened. So COVID happened to Elantris. And everything got really bad. And then rather than turn into shiny people, you turn into zombies pretty much.
Man.
So randomly
that switch up messed with me. I was like, wait a minute, it was a good thing. Now it's not.
No,
it's not a good thing.
Now,
Oh no!
Now your hair falls out and your heart starts beating and you get banished to.
And
if you stub your toe, the pain doesn't go away.
It never heals.
If you cut yourself, you're gonna stay cut, stay bleeding, stay hurting.
Yeah,
it's the leprosy of this world, basically, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and then Elantris basically became Australia. It's a penal colony.
Right.
You know, where
you just wanted to say that.
He didn't want to just say that.
12 Australian.
He wanted to say two things: that phrase and the word penal.
Yeah. So smart, but just so childish.
Yeah, if you're a leper colony, where you just throw the sick people in there and lock them off and don't let them come out.
Yep.
What is that called again?
What?
A leper colony or penal colony?
There it is.
Well, that's for penal. Yeah,
I'm mad.
You should rename your Alexa to Penal Colony.
Oh, that's right. You can rename it, can't you? You can say and give it a different name and say it responds to like something else.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I would go crazy with that if I had that opportunity.
Yeah. There you go. So, anything from the prologue? I mean, like I said, it's really short. It kind of gives you a little backstory, without telling anything of how or what happened. Just
no, I had like all these high hopes, and then immediately got my hopes dashed. And I said the word hope just 2 times just now. Bad, Alondo. So yeah, but I was like, oh, this is sounding kind of cool. I mean, it's gonna be lighthearted, and it turns around, it's like, now we enter the age of the death and darkness. So I was like, oh, geez, okay, let's go.
And now things are horrible.
Right.
Yep. So go to part 1, the Shadow of Elantris. Right. So I like these. I like we started with these first 3 chapters because, spoiler alert, we get introduced in each chapter to kind of one of the main characters that we're going to be following throughout, though, and each is about them. So we get to kind of get a little background of each character in this episode. So
I really got a Song of Ice and Fire vibe from that, the same way that all those chapters are written, and it's like written from one character's perspective.
Yeah,
I felt the same vibe on these first 3 chapters. So.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So we start with the Crown Prince Raodon of Erelon, and Erelon's a little tiny small town, which is now a city next to Elantris. There was always a little tiny town outside of Elantris where the regular folk lived, not the shiny folk, but the regular folk lived. But now that's the main town because Elantris is a penal colony, and and Prince Raodon wakes up, having a good day, everything's great, getting dressed, everything's fine, and steps out, and one of his he's a crown prince, so one of his I guess attendants or servants or whatever just screams. Wait, he hasn't looked in the mirror yet, and he's like, "Yep."
That's right, because they were bringing food and then dropped
he pulled a little rope, which tells his servant he wants food.
Yeah.
Feed me, Seymour.
Feed me. Yeah. So he's been taken by the Shade. And his father, King Iodon, immediately exiles him to Elantris. Because that's what you do. As soon as you get it, you're done.
Yep.
It's like the old leper colonies. Like, once you get leprosy, you're taken out and thrown somewhere else. I don't know necessarily. Well, I might know, but at this point, we don't know whether it's contagious or not.
Thank you. That was.
But
the whole time I'm like, is it contagious? What?
But they treat it that way.
Right.
At least they throw them. Right. They don't let them interact within the society at all. So, yeah. So he gets exiled to Elantris with a small funeral offering of food and a little bit of wine. A little bit of food, a little bit of wine, basically like, yep, you're on your own now. Have fun. And that's our first indication of what Elantris is. So we get a first view of what it's become. Reminds me of the Offspring song, "The Kids Aren't All Right." Back in the day, they were still alive. Oh,
yeah.
Now the whole damn street's all falling apart. So you go in, there's grime everywhere, there's dirt everywhere, and there's people are cowering in the corners, like, obviously want his food, but until more people show up to try to attack him, like they're very hesitant, because we do learn later in this chapter that no one wants to engage in physical combat, because if they get hurt, they're going to feel that pain forever too. So it's one of these things, strength in numbers. They'd rather do intimidation to scare you, to just give you the food, than rather actually any physical altercation, because that's going to hurt them as well. So
right,
it's this really, and we also get the whole idea that they view each other as, at least some of the Elantrians, very, very lack of respect of life at all.
I mean, but let's talk about what happens to this young buck, though.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Let's talk about it.
This is the most freaking terrifying thing. First of all, he's like solo energy. He could barely ask for food. I mean, he's a beggar that can barely beg.
Right.
My man gives him a loaf of bread. He's like, hey, here's some Wonder Bread for you, my guy. Mm-hmm. It basically condemns him, because then the other guys come over, take the bread, hack his neck, vertebra exposed. I was just like, this is the most graphically horrific thing to start a book off with.
A book off, yeah.
It's like, hey, have you seen neck hacks? We're about to give them to you. I mean,
yeah,
they chop. I think they hit him with like a cudgel or something like that.
Yeah, it's a cudgel, but like it cuts his, basically knocks his head off. Yeah,
and then and of course, like everybody else probably reading the book for their first time, they're like, oh yeah, he's dead. Nope. He turns around and sees him later, and he's like, nope, he's still alive.
Yeah,
basically, and like blood oozing, but not oozing a lot. It's like oozing slowly.
Yeah.
Because there's no heart pumping the blood. The whole thing is just horrific. I was working out on my bike listening to these chapters. It was hard for me to keep my pace. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I'm sorry. Look, we're past like 20 minutes, so YouTube won't demonetize you, right?
No. Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's 7 minutes. Good. 7 minutes is what YouTube's
right. So, but I was like, what the actual F? And this young guy was just like begging, like a Starbucks beggar, just outside with the cup, like,
it's just a young kid too. He's not even that old, but yeah.
Oh my gosh,
terrible. The way he described it, like his face when what's his name gave him the bread, it was almost like he was like in awe, but also slightly like, this probably isn't good. Like I'm about to get my butt kicked.
Yeah,
because I have this, and I'm a little 16-year-old kid.
Yeah,
right. Because he looked like an old man until he got close and saw his face look like he was 16.
Yeah, he was a young boy.
That's weird.
Yeah,
weird. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course the assaulters, the attackers, there are 5 Elantrians. They turn towards Raoden, and he starts to run from them. But he finds himself quickly. His strength is fading. He can't keep up the same pace he used to.
Right,
a day before,
because he's expecting like the stitch in the side and all that stuff when you run hard.
Right,
and that was not.
That was not happening. So he ended up just throwing the rest of his basket at the other guy.
He just throws it.
It's like
over the shoulder.
And the guys go up behind him, and this dude's like scraping the food out of in between 2 like pavers with like grime and stuff all over.
Yeah,
and it's a piece of corn. The majority of it is like the grime.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Oh man, that whole thing about the food landing in the slime.
Yeah, it's like a piece of corn.
Oh, it was so disgusting. Everything about this chapter was disgusting, by the way. I lost an appetite quickly.
Yeah. It's a gross place. Elantris is gross.
It is gross. Absolutely.
That guy went from 60 to 0 real quick.
Yeah.
Tugging on a rope for food to...
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, exactly. So after Raoden finally gets away, he runs into someone else. He meets this guy named Galadon. Who is a man from Duladel. And we learn a little bit about that. We're learning like very, very pieces about different areas of this world. And Yeah, he's surprised that he was also taken by the shared because apparently the genetic background it dictates on.
That's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
On who gets taken, that kind of stuff, and
he's
like,
says,
but you're like cousins to you guys. Like we're like related in a way. Like
right, but he's like that they're a mix of people. I mean, mix of heritages and DNA, and so he's like we can get a little bit of everything in us.
Yeah. But he talks with this little funny accent. Okay, Sully.
Yeah, I'm feeling these terms they use.
Yeah.
You know. It reminds me of Battlestar Galactica when they use like all these like interesting terms
and stuff. Yeah, nicknames and stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Raiden's really hesitant to let him know who he actually is, so he tries to like kind of play it off and become his own person. But Galadon becomes kind of his little guide to Elantris. He's the guy in this chapter that really kind of teaches him the ins and outs, talks about how you're not quite dead, but you're dead, and how the healing aspect, if you get hurt, it's not going to heal.
Yeah, it doesn't heal. Oh,
yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah. And points out to him that he has no heartbeat, and Raiden's like, oh shit, I don't. Yeah, but Raiden decides he's going to trust Galadon out of everyone. And yeah. So
it was interesting how he got to that point because it talks about, is it Raiden? Is that how we're pronouncing it?
Raiden. His political background from being noble taught him to make decisions very quickly, and as what's his name? Galadon is kind of walking away. He quickly makes a decision. I'm going to trust this guy. I think he's trustworthy. I don't know that for sure, but what other options do I have? And then I need someone in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get to the penal colony, the prison system. You got to make your buddy real fast.
That's what I was just thinking. Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Got to find your buddy, and
you got to exert dominance or find your alliance real quick. Right.
Oh, he off the jump, man. He just saw a kid almost get beheaded, and then the gang turned at him. Like he's already on Jump Street. Like off the coming out the gate. Mm-hmm. Into jail, and you got to make friends fast and be like, all right, I don't know you yet, but I'm going to trust you because it's rough out there.
It is in these streets,
the streets of Elantris. Yeah, So I mean, it gives him offers a piece of dry meat, and in exchange for guidance in Elantris for the next 30 days. Says, hey, just give me 30 days, teach me the ropes, give me some food.
Yeah, he was trying to work him down to 20.
Yeah.
But he's like, nah, I'm not taking that. 30.
Yeah. So that's kind of how we in this chapter, we definitely say we get this like insight on Elantris and how it all works. And at least not how it works, but just what it looks like.
Right.
And some of the workings they're pretty much zombies, no heartbeats. They're pretty much dead, but they still feel pain. They're still sentient.
Yeah.
But
weird. The whole thing is weird. I know we'll find out more, but weird.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you guys think? So when he bargained and got the 30 days, and he gives him the food, why do you think he pocketed that instead of eating it? You think that was like
because his first reaction was he was about to eat it like immediately.
Yeah,
and he's like, and he just like put it away.
Thinking about that again is he just using food as like a bargaining token now to like manipulate stupid people, and he's not playing into like because he knows he doesn't have to eat to survive.
Right.
He's just hungry.
They talk about that too. Like they talk about how Elantris don't need food to survive because they're dead, but they have extreme hunger all the time.
Right.
Brains. They need to eat brains.
You don't know why you need to eat, but you just feel like you need to eat.
Yeah.
I feel like it's an auto response mechanism, right? You just it's kind of like the way sometimes people like just eat even though they're not hungry, right? It's just like I just want to chew, and it's like okay, I get that. I mean,
stop talking about my stress eating, man.
Me every day at 5:00.
Nice.
I'm just depressed. All right.
So So, but real talk, the thing I've been thinking about the whole chapter, and even after I finished, reading these 4 chapters, you would include the prologue. This housemaid person that came in and saw him with that condition, I'm like, did that person get killed?
Yeah, because they're trying to keep it quiet about what happened.
I mean, how? Because obviously it's going to come up in the next couple chapters.
Yeah.
They really tried to just push that on the down low. I'm like, well, what happened to the housemaid that saw him?
Or is he just gonna like Sanderson it and never talk about her again? We'll never know.
Yeah. Ooh, you never know. Hey.
Our characters show back up. That's how the
I would love to know like she comes back up.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was like that. It was just so swept under the carpet. I was like, either it's really important or it's because it's one of his earlier works that he doesn't bring that person up again. I don't know yet. We'll find out. I'm sure.
Yeah. So, yep. So anything with chapter 1 before we move to chapter 2?
Yep.
Okay. Chapter 2, we get to meet Sereni. So I'm going to talk because I know, Will, you're reading the book versus listening. It's Sereni. Is how it's pronounced, even though it looks like serene. That's the way it's spelt. Sarene. But it's Sereni. I think it's her dad calls her Rini at one point. Or Eni.
That's right.
Eni. Yeah.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So Sereni, so Princess Sereni of Teod. So that's a kingdom across the sea. She traveled there by boat, and she is betrothed to Raodan. And she is just arrived in Erelon from her passage from home, leaving her home to marry a man she's never met before, except through talking through the Aeons, which we're about to learn about Aeons in a second. And I have a lot of questions for you guys about Aeons in a second, but so
all right.
But yeah, she's this is a political marriage arranged to unite the kingdoms. Very much a medieval-esque way of society. Or I guess it still happens today. You still have arranged marriages in some cultures,
of course,
like
yeah,
in some cultures. So she shows up to find out that her that she's now a widow, because according to Erelon law, it doesn't matter if the person's dead or not, you're still married. So
that's fun.
Now a widow. And sorry, you never actually got to marry your husband, but it's still bound. The contract's still there. You still signed a contract.
Yeah, and you can't be with anybody else.
You can't be with anybody else. Yeah.
We talk about contracts again.
Yeah, contracts.
Are we talking about practice? I don't know what
practice. Practice.
The way you said that reminded me of AI. Sorry.
Well,
I didn't get the Allen Iverson quit. Practice. Give me a good clip. But yeah, so she's the widow now, and despite they never met before ever. I mean, they've spoken and wrote to each other, and I think they've spoken through Aeons, or Aeon, or Seons. Sorry, Seons.
Right.
I can't say Aeons. Seons.
I just call them the floating ball.
Yeah, the floating ball. Which they are sentient as well.
Sentient and useful.
Yeah.
I got all kinds of questions about these things.
Yeah. So, and the first thing she does is when she finds out, that her betrothed is dead, is asks Ash, who is her Seon, about the marriage contract, and he can recall all because he knows everything. So we're here. We're talking to the Seons now. We're talking to Ash. So let's talk about Seons. What are your thoughts about these magical floating balls that
AI ball? That's all I kept thinking the whole time. Is an AI ball, basically, right? I mean, I feel like it responds and has this like knowledge of things, like basically it's a floating Alexa ball.
Okay.
That's what I felt like. I mean, but I'm like, I don't know. But then it was like trying to go out and look for other Seons while it was there.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, wait a minute. So they're not machines. They're kind of like entities that like have like sentience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I had all kinds of questions. So I was like, I don't know. I know it's gonna be a raffle situation. I get it.
It is gonna be a raffle. And I'll give you one hint. Just log it in the back of your mind about these things.
Yeah.
And then keep it till we get to Stormlight.
I feel like these things are gonna have a lot. I feel like these things have a lot more power and capability. I mean, it's basically everything, right? I mean, they're asking questions. It can regurgitate like all the information to you. It does basically video phone chat. I mean, is there anything these things can't do? I mean, they're amazing.
Let's say, do you have to say, okay, Sion? Activate it, yeah.
Okay, Sion.
Okay, Sion.
I like it. I like it. Change your Alexa to do that, Alan. Change it so that we can say, okay, Sion.
I got like Stazid vibes from the start. Just like morally good. Because like when Sereni would, say like, oh, I think something, mischievous is going on, it would like pulse, and I looked at that as like no, like you're wrong, or like it's mad or something, or like it disagrees. But that's just this one in particular. I forget its name. Seon.
Seon. Yeah.
Ash.
Yeah.
So we don't know if other Seons have differentiating like moral codes or whatever.
We don't know how they operate compared to this one. If
they're all the same,
right?
Robots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the fact that they like, they're like an energy ball or like an electricity ball is like what I'm picturing. They seem like they have a lot of power. Especially like learning more about what they can do when she's like talking to her dad and stuff.
Right. Do they reproduce? Do they have relationships?
Yeah.
I got all kinds of questions. How sentient are they? Are they subservient? Are they do they have a lot of free will? Do they
It's like Weeboo from Flubber.
It's like what?
It's like Weeboo
from Flubber.
What's Weeboo?
Did you see the movie Flubber? With
the
Robin
original
Williams?
one or the Robin Williams one?
Robin Williams.
I only saw the original one. I never saw it.
I didn't know there was an original one.
Oh shoot, yes, dude.
Well, the one
like
with
60s.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
The one with Robin Williams, he's got a little robot that flies around and follows him around and like communicates with him.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
I have to watch this movie. I never seen that movie. Okay.
It's funny. It's dumb.
It's Robin Williams. It's supposed to be dumb.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. Love
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 7-Eleven said, I've honestly always pictured a giant glowing lemon head candy. Yeah.
Oh, I will never be able to unsee that now. Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, Zul says that her D&D campaign has a mechanical floating entity like Seons. They're called axials. Did my DM rip this off? 100%.
Nice.
Nice.
That's okay. What did I just say earlier about how
plagiarism
influenced you, and you don't remember that it influenced you, so it's probably not intentional.
So I'm sure we'll learn more about Seons as the book goes on, and probably we'll talk more about this later.
I doubt it. Sanderson's just mentioned this one time. It will never come up again.
Never come up again. Yeah.
That's just how he writes.
No, we see more Seons later. So it's
really, I'm shocked.
I'm shocked. Ash confirms that the contract is firm, and it's there's no really way out of it. And she,
which isn't true, because Dad comes back later and is like, we can break this thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sure. We'll get to that. Yeah, Dad's completely different. But so and then she asked the servant of King Idon, Ketol, that if she can be taken to the prince's wake. So at the wake, Sereni is not allowed to look at the prince's casket.
Oh, they're doing everything they can. It's just like, are you sure you want to go?
Yeah.
You sure you want to open? It's not.
They're trying to hush this as much as possible. This is
right.
This is like the royal family of England type of like suppress.
Oh, what was the disease? It was like giggly mouth disease. That's what I said. What was it really actually called though? The disease the city had. I forgot.
I forget the name, but when Serini talks about it,
it was like given was disease.
Oh, it was coffee. I cannot remember.
Yeah.
Coughing.
Yeah. Serini, what does she say?
Oh my gosh!
You have the book in front of you. I have to go look.
I laughed when I heard what the name of the disease was. I cannot remember what it was. I called it. So I've like pseudo called it giggly mouth disease because I had nothing else to come up with. But
yeah.
Anyway.
Dead of the coughing shivers.
Coughing. Sorry. Coughing shivers.
Yeah, she's like, this guy wouldn't die of something.
That sounded sus off top. The coughing shivers.
You just made that up.
I mean, get out of here. The coughing shivers.
Yeah. She also finds that the fact that his father, Idon's not there, and she finds the absence is a little suspicious. That his own father didn't show up to the funeral.
Yeah. No one's really sad.
Yeah, no one's sad.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, he died. Yeah. Yep. Life goes on.
Uh-huh. How about these flowers?
Yeah. Exactly. And she thinks about her life and the loneliness of what this is going to mean and what it all means, and eventually that's when she decides to talk with Ash about it a little bit more, and the necessity for the marriage and why the treaty was created. That there's forwarded invaders that are coming. That's been trying to take over the entire world for the most part. This religious, basically cult sect or whatever. I say cult, but a religious sect from a distant land has been conquering basically the entire planet and trying to take over the entire planet and her kingdoms. And this was part of the treaty's important to form an alliance to stand firm against this. At some point after the funeral, she's taken to King Idon, who is super rude to her. It's like, get out of here.
She was waiting for 15 minutes. He didn't even acknowledge her.
Yeah, and then dismisses her.
And then, like, quickly, he's like, "Okay,
yeah, talk to my wife. I don't need to talk to you."
Yeah.
And then she goes to talk to his wife. His wife's like, just kind of a floozy, just
yeah.
Yeah. So and then she goes, after that, she gets sent to her new rooms. And that's when she uses Ash, and you see that they can be used as communication devices to actually morph into the face of the person you're talking to.
Right.
It's kind of like a Zoom call.
Yep.
Kind of a cool futuristic Star Trek-esque Zoom call with her and her father. And this is what they talk about. Like, we can break it off. Like, she's like, no, it's more important for the treaty to stand. It's important, and says that she'll stay, hold her course. Yeah.
It was interesting how they close out the chapter, because they're like ending the Zoom call, and her dad is like, let me go get your mom. She's going to pass out when I tell her you already killed off Raiden.
Yeah, man.
And she's like, Dad! And then the call ends.
Yeah, call gets dropped. Bad connection.
That's just, he was very lighthearted. I like him a lot.
Yeah,
I like Dad a lot. They kept
Inventio.
They kept coming back to the fact that she's tall.
Yeah,
multiple times. I feel like that's going to be something important. I don't know why that's an important feature, but they kept coming back to a characteristic about her a few times. So
yeah.
Because they said because she kept talking about, oh well, these people are short. I think their dress is going to come up to my knees. And they're like, you're tall, lady. Even in our land, you're a tall lady. And I was like, that's come up a couple times. I don't know if that means she becomes a WNBA player, but I'm just making sure I just catalog that. So
yeah. She can dunk.
That's right.
Yeah.
She be dunking.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's how we end this chapter. Just pretty much the call being dropped because of they forgot to pay the cell phone bill,
I guess.
And
she on the AT&T.
Yeah, on the AT&T.
Mm-hmm.
Can't trust them, man.
No,
they're too much in bed with the government anyway. So.
Yep. Baby Bell.
I mean, you know the whole NSA scandal, right? That whole thing.
Are you talking about how they actually let the NSA have a direct line into communications?
Everyone had AT&T cell phones.
Yeah,
the AT&T just offered to the NSA to let them
like, hey,
listen to everyone's conversations.
Yep.
It's like,
here you go.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Snowden exposed all that stuff. Oh my God.
Wait, hold on. Time out. This episode is brought to you by AT&T. Never mind.
Our overlords have told us we need to.
We can no longer retract this statement.
AT&T.
Yeah, go Google AT&T NSA scandal and have fun going on that rabbit hole.
Their 5G is the best.
Yeah.
Well, it's because they need to protect our country, so they need our data, right, to be able to do that, right?
Sure.
So give them everybody's data,
right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Sure. I actually
finished the book about J. Edgar Hoover, and I was like, "Yep, this is all making sense."
Yeah,
100%.
I just watched a 20-minute documentary on YouTube about it's like the equivalent of the Navy SEALs, but the cyber people that go and track down high target individuals, and they have to get their data to do that.
Yeah,
and saying so because they wanted to go after a minute number of people, they now have everybody's information.
Yeah,
so it's
right. That's how they get away with it, though.
Because this has been going on for years. I mean, so the what was it, the FBI Carnivore Project?
Yep.
That was back in 99.
That was before that. It was before that, dude. It was. Doesn't that go back like I want to say it's 80s, right? Or am I confused?
The Carnivore software is the software the FBI used to
it's basically malware that they've infected
every single cell phone, every single internet connection, and it just scans for keywords. So if you type anything, that it will automatically trigger it and send the whole mess, and then they can go and look at everything you've been saying.
Yeah, but they have been working on that software for decades.
Yeah,
and then they finally got it out, and they send it out, and it is devastating if they hit you with it.
So the Carnivore surveillance system was developed by the FBI, the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation, circa 2000.
Okay.
That's the official Britannica answer.
Oh, that's right. They got to be official.
That's the official answer.
There you go.
But then there's another article that says the software is used from starting as early as 1997.
Oh, 97. Okay, got it. All right.
Yeah. To 2005, when in 2005 they were told to stop using it. So they stopped.
I know. Everything we're saying is air quotes. All of it's air quotes, right?
So they stopped.
Right.
They got a better software now.
They changed the line of code and started calling it Predator instead of Carnivore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exactly. So.
Oh, the surveillance.
I just remember senior year of high school, I was on the debate team. And Ian was my partner, and our topic that we were debating on was Fourth Amendment rights, like illegal search and seizure,
right?
And we were we because when you ever do debate, you don't get to decide what side of the argument you're going to debate. It doesn't matter what you feel, like they tell you you're going to be for or against the issue.
Right.
So we were against the Fourth Amendment rights. I think, having the rights. So we had to argue on that side of things because that's what we were chosen. But I remember the Carnivore was one of the things that people kept on bringing up in the debates. So, as a reasoning, we ended up winning the debate against the Fourth Amendment. That's just because Ian stripped naked. Well, he got down to his underwear, and the teacher told him to stop.
Stop. No. Why?
To prove his point. Like, we were doing the cross-examination on Lincoln Douglas debates, and it was the cross-examination, and we were talking about school searches and being able to do strip searches. And, of course, the 4 team was talking about, like, how horrible that is to have them. Are they against school search? And we had to be the other side of it, like, for be able to strip searches. And Ian and I made the argument in today's society, nudity is no longer a big deal. Just look at any pop culture and MTV or any like kind of thing of whatever. People half naked all the time. People have no problem with being promiscuous and that kind of stuff. Like that's what argument we're trying to make. Is society's moved past it, and you're using it as a crutch to for sure, you know. But the value of society has moved beyond that. And the other guy came back at him and was like, "It's like if you believe that, would you take your clothes off right now?" Like as you know, and he goes, "Sure," and just starts stripping there in the middle class, like he got down to his underwear.
That is the worst non sequitur I've ever heard in my life. If you believe in your argument, take your clothes off. I'm going to say it to every woman I meet now. I'm be like, if you really believe in.
Should I read Elantris? I like Sanderson, but I heard it's rough. Elantris is really important for the overall Cosmere. I'll leave that. It's not the best. It's not his best writing. He's even admitted to that. Sanderson has said in interviews,
right?
It's not his best work.
So, and the thing we said before this podcast started was, you can definitely tell it's a different vibe on this. I feel like it's a little sterile the way it's written.
Yeah, but
I mean, I don't have a problem with it. It's just not the same vibe as like what I got from. I
also couldn't write this when I was a senior in college, so you know, hey,
hell, oh,
so
yeah.
Like, hey, you're just starting out and you're doing a pretty damn good.
I mean, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm a completionist. I'll tell you right now, if I read something and I hear something else is in that same universe, I have to read it.
Yeah, read everything. Everything in the universe.
Yeah. Good, bad, or win. What was it? Win, lose, or draw. Yeah. I'm gonna read it. Right.
I just finished. So my last piece of Cosmere that I had not read. The only piece of Cosmere I had not read was White Sand because it's the graphic novel, and I finished it. I finished it today. So I wasn't gonna add it in because it's a graphic novel, but now that I've read it, we're adding it in because it's fun.
I told you we should add it in. I was like, I love
you did tell me that.
Yeah.
So let's figure out where we're gonna put it in. Because
I mean, yeah, I know it's not an audiobook, but I will get the.
It's in the audiobook form. It is.
No, dude, don't tell me to take a graphic novel and listen to the audiobook.
An audiobook form.
The first word means visual.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
it doesn't mean visual, but it interpolates.
If you don't mind reading a graphic novel, graphic novels are basically comic books in a novel. It's like a novel.
I hate comic books.
You're blurred out in the background. You're blurred out. You get the blurred background.
So wait. Let me do that. Let me unblur
your background where you have all the comic books behind you.
Sure.
You see the light? Yeah, there you go.
All the comic books, right?
Oh, that's an interesting comment. They 7-Eleven said Audible turned White Sand into an audio play, and I had to Google what audio play is.
Yeah, so it's multiple voice actors, and it's done as they turned. So I listened to it on Audible, and it's done rather than just one person reading it like a book, like a normal audiobook. It is a audio play.
So it's like a George Orwell joint with the War of the Worlds,
and all the different characters have different voice actors. So it's actually a fun listen.
No, H.G. Wells. I said George Orwell. I meant to say H.G. Wells.
So I still have not read actually the comic book version of it, the graphic novel version of it. I listened to it and actually I enjoyed it. It was good.
Okay.
Cool. Graphic audio, like graphic audio. Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah. So it's in 3 parts though on Audible rather than just one. So it takes 3 credits, which sucks.
Dude,
but
anyway. I've never heard of audio plays. That's such a cool concept, especially for someone who's about to have a kid.
Yeah.
Hey. They've only been around since the 40s. No, earlier. Wait, we're talking about the 40s. Earlier than that. Jeez, we're talking about 40s.
Graphic audio of Stormlight is so good. I didn't know there was a graphic audio of Stormlight. I know there's an audio book.
See, now that you guys are telling me that, now I want to hear graphic audio of everything I'm listening to.
Yeah, we have multiple voice actors.
Oh, shoot. Because, I mean, I love these audiobooks I've been listening to up until now.
So when you listen to it on Audible, like White Sands, it has sound effects and stuff like that too. Like it's not just talking. Like there's music play in the background, there's sound effects, like they make different noises with different things. Like there's different noise when the magic starts happening and stuff like that. Like it's a lot more different than just a normal audio.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna be getting addicted to a new form of content now.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, very cool.
Okay. Anyways,
all right. So ready for chapter 3?
Yes.
We get to meet our good friend Rathan.
Oh yeah, man, this thing went from like two connected things and said, "Hey, remember all the stuff we talked about up until now? Completely different story all of a sudden." And I was like, "Oh shoot, this is like completely disconnected." You could barely tell what the connections were.
Yeah.
Other than geography, that's it.
Other than geography, yeah.
Yeah.
So, we're with Rathan, who is he's a Fordell Gjorn, which is kind of like
5 times fast.
Yeah, I know. So Fordell, which we had learned before, is like the kingdom that's trying to spread their religion everywhere, and a Gjorn is really high ranked. It's like a high priest, like not quite a bishop, but pretty high up there in the hierarchy of their what's the word I'm looking for? But I was thinking like, what's the government theocracy?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, because it's a government religion, like that's a theocracy.
Right. I got a lot of White Cloak vibes when I was hearing this, and it just reminded me of White Cloaks from the Wheel of Time. So
you know exactly what it reminded me of.
Uh-oh.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
I expect nothing less. I expect nothing less.
Nobody expects a Spanish Inquisition.
Of course.
So Rathan's there on a very suicidal mission, I believe, because you're trying to convert an entire kingdom of people to your religion in 3 months.
3 months. Otherwise, you're going to be destroyed.
Yeah. Like, that seems ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think of the history of Earth when an entire populace is able to convert, and let alone 3 years, let alone 3 months. Like
3 months. Yeah. And based on what I feel is a prophecy,
right?
I'm like, okay, when did the 3 months ticker start? When did the egg timer on this 3 months start? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Right? I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. So they worship this god called Jadeth, Lord Jadeth, and he will destroy the Airling people if they don't convert within 3 months. So he has to go there and try to convince everyone to basically bow down to their god.
Right.
Wern is the leader of the Fordell people. And he's kind of like the Pope slash
I
guess if you take religious terms, he's the head voice piece of God and the religion. And the Gjorns are also kind of a military sect too as well. Like there's it's definitely a weird mix. Like they're very much a warring society as well as religious. It's a very, very interesting culture.
I want to say enforcer.
Yeah, definitely picture militaristic cardinals. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I get that vibe. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's there just kind of observing right now everything going on and trying to figure out, kind of get the lay of the land as he's stepping off the boat. That's how we start. His
with
presence,
his blood red armor,
his plate armor, and of a Dorethi high priest.
Yeah,
and it causes a stir amongst the people as he walks through. But it sticks out like a sore thumb. In the city. But yeah,
every time he said the word Dorethi, all I kept thinking was the word Dothraki, and I was like, I gotta stop.
Yeah,
I could not get it out of my head.
Yeah.
So you find out why, like, he's just kind of walking around.
Yeah.
Because his little what's his name shows up.
Fionn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh God, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that you were on the boat. I thought you were on a different boat."
Right. Yeah.
And he's silent the whole time. He's just like
he's the priest that's been there that's supposed to spread the religion. Has been doing a really crappy job.
He's in the party in the church.
Yeah, and Rathan's there kind of to
get things back,
crack some heads.
Yeah.
They sent the big boss in. You're in trouble now.
Yeah.
And he's displeased with Fionn and everything he's done for his lack of order in his chapel and everything that goes along with that.
So he's like, I'm about to send you home.
Yeah.
He sees them like when they're walking from the docks to the chapel, and he forgot to he couldn't get the carriage through the crowd. This guy's saying hey to everybody, like, oh, what's going on? How's it going? And this guy's like,
Wraith is like, you're not supposed to make friends. You're supposed to be converting.
Right.
Nobody respects you. Everybody's just your friend.
Yeah. You're not supposed to be friends here. We're supposed to be converting people. We're supposed to be like torturing and Spanish Inquisitioning everyone into our religion.
Right. Because again, 3 months. 3 months. I mean,
easy. And this is literally like the Spanish Inquisition. I mean, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Spanish Inquisition historically, I know we play that funny clip all the time. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition, but historically, if you don't know what the Spanish Inquisition was, during the late 1400s, early 1500s, a very, very devout Catholic sect came about in what is Spain, and started anyone who they thought might not be Christians or tortured and persecuted to the extreme, prejudiced by inquisitors.
Man, it was brutal. It was brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, all the torture devices you see in medieval eras,
right?
Odds are the Spanish Inquisition used them.
Yeah,
everything
that's where they all came from.
All that stuff. Yeah. Oh, all from the Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah. So, trying to remember the name of the kingdom to the south of Spain that was conquered. What?
Caldonia?
No, it was the Muslim. It was the Moors.
Crap, because we were just in Spain last year, not last year, year before.
There was they hit by the time the 1400s had come around, they had been pushed back to the very south part of Spain. At one point, the Moors had ruled all of Spain.
I cannot get Macedonia out of my head, and I know that's not
Macedonia.
I'm so sorry.
No, I can't think of it on top of my head.
Anyway, ask Google, ask Alexa.
Grenada.
There you go, because we were there. Yep. We were there in Granada, and I forgot.
Granada. Thank you. Sorry, not Grenada. Granada. Yeah. So Granada.
Sorry.
Which was which was Muslim.
Yep,
which was Muslim.
They have gorgeous Muslim architecture there, by the way.
Beautiful. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But at one point, the Moors and the Muslims from Africa had come up and conquered most of Spain, and then
because they were very religiously in sync and very fluid, and they were like, "Hey, Muslim stuff here, Catholic stuff here,
yeah,
no and they're Jewish stuff here."
Yeah, very, very, very open to to coexisting
all religions,
and then the Catholic Church stamped it down, and it was actually late 1400s when Aragon and Castile joined together forces to push the Muslims out, and then after that, it was actually the marriage of Ferdinand and Isabella. That brought Aragon and Castile together to form what's now modern Spain, and the Spanish Inquisition followed thereafter.
I highly recommend it. Anybody wants to go to Spain, I get it. Madrid, Barcelona, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Go to Granada.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
I mean, so much architecture there, so much history there, so much better. I can't speak highly enough about that whole area. So.
I agree. I did a study abroad trip in high school, and we started in Gibraltar, which is the southernmost point of Spain, but you can see Africa on a clear day. And we went all the way to Madrid, and we stopped in Granada, which was one of the cities. Valencia, and
Valencia's on the east coast.
Yeah, Malaga is right there.
Malaga,
you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong there.
Yeah,
so much history.
I want to go back and do the Camino de Santiago, on the northern coast through Portugal too. That's
we did Portugal, but we started from the top, Bilbao, which is basically that Basque region, and then we just and I kept telling her we bifurcated the whole country. We just like went straight down, and so much history there, and so much good stuff there. And I can't speak enough about Granada. It's such a great spot. Yeah. All right,
So,
we've geography, history. Let's move back to the book.
And by the way, I gave very Cliff Notes history lesson right there. That was not go do some research if you want to know.
Yes.
So, anyways, Harathan is there. He's going to replace Fionn as the head Ardith, in charge of kind of ruling everything. Harathan organizes his new office. And has because he has a scroll written by Worm himself.
Yeah.
To give him authority.
He says the most precious thing, right? It's like he has this written in that hand. And he's like, man. He's like,
yeah. He
feels like he is the ish. And by the way, so the guy he met, what's his name?
Fjorn.
Yeah. He's like, boy, bye. He dismisses him. He's like, you're gonna go back.
Yeah, you're leaving.
Yeah.
So then Harathan goes out to meet with Fjorn's former underlings, and realizes how corrupt and disordered this church was, and
they were just having a gathering. It wasn't that serious, but man, he takes it very personally. He was how dare you have a gathering or a meeting or fun here? Mm-mm.
But then he meets someone that has potential. Deloff. Tell me how you feel about Deloff.
This Joker's got some serious Unabomber vibes for me. I'm like, I don't trust. And then he's like, you know how I can make sure I can trust him? I'll promote him to be an actual, I'm going to just say priest, but he has to be subservient to me. He's basically my manservant.
Right.
To make sure that I can keep an eye on him. I was like, everything about that sounds sus.
Yeah.
So.
D-Love definitely drank the Kool-Aid.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely drink the Kool-Aid.
Next time he's making the Kool-Aid, be careful, people.
Yeah. And he describes how he hates the fact that what Fior was doing. He's completely against that, and he's a true believer of Jadith, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird to me that this whole time, the guy with the H name, I forget his name.
Rathan?
No. Wait, what?
Rathan. The H is silent.
Yeah, and for me, it's not like
it's like Django, the D is silent. It's
right.
Rathan, the H is silent.
Right.
Okay. Well, the whole time that he's talking to this guy, he's doing everything perfectly. He's like touching his forehead to the ground when he bows perfectly. He speaks the tongue perfectly.
Right.
He's like, but he's got this little twinkle in his eye that he's still ambitious and and whatever.
He has the dead eyes. You look at someone's eyes and they're like religious fanatics, zealots that just have no emotion in their eyes at all. Just wants to destroy everyone. Wants to kill all the Elantrians.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I was wondering if it was like he had a little, mischievous side that he's like a covert ops person. Maybe he's gonna trick him, but
yeah. Who knows?
Blue. Go on.
No, you just debunked theory, Alan. Thanks.
Here it is.
Oh yeah.
Go on. So
I thought these guys were just straight up stormtrooper bad guy, fucking coming into wreck stuff.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. After Rathan dismisses Deloff by sending him to make sure Fjorn gets on the ship to go back home. Harathan rereads his scroll again with very careful because it's
wait. He dismissed Deloff?
Yeah. Wait. He tells Deloff to go make sure Fjorn's going to board the ship.
Oh. Not dismiss him like get rid of him. You're saying dismiss as in like okay,
go do your yeah.
Sorry, I heard dismiss and I was like, wait a minute, what happened?
No. He says, hey, you need to go check on, make sure he leaves.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. And then Rathan goes back to reread the scroll, and the scroll states that all of Erelon and the Teo people have to convert to Shu Derethi within 3 months, or they will all be slain. And that Janeth will end his slumber and his tomb of rock and ascend to rule once the whole world has now fallen under the control of Janeth.
Again, 3 months from what date?
Yeah.
The only connection I made was Sereni talking to her dad was like, I'm just going to poke around for a month. There's some things I need to investigate. Like she's going to try and figure out if her new husband actually died. But then she's like, all right, well, give me 2 months. And so I'm like, all right, we got 2 months from that side, which is clearly opposed with the Fjorden country overtaking this new city she's living in.
Both, and they mentioned, the orders mentioned both this city and her father's city, where Sereni's from, Tion.
Teo.
Teo,
okay. Yeah, I have the map, Alando, which is, I looked at that like 3 times reading this.
Oh, okay. I should look at that. Okay. I'll have to be careful, though. I got to make sure I look at a map that doesn't like have spoilers. But I'll see if
I could text you a picture of it. There's a couple maps. Yeah.
If you don't mind. Thank you.
Yeah. And Rathan, to his credit, I mean, he's more wants a peaceful resolution to this than just total annihilation. I mean, he's definitely trying to find a way to do this in a way politically or a peaceful way versus just letting the troops come in and kill everyone.
Right.
I think Deloff would be all about just killing everyone.
Deloff, I'm telling you right now, that's a Jonestown massacre dude right there. Oh man, this guy. I was like, I got the worst vibe from him.
Yeah.
And
that's going to be in this chapter as I'm reading through that note and just thinking about, how he can peacefully resolve all this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to hearing how the story of the son getting sent off to Elantris and then people figuring out this whole like mystery aspect to it. I'm engaged in that. I like that. I want to find out how that gets discovered and everything. I'm wondering what happened to the I'm gonna call her handmaid right now that discovered him when he had changed over. I'm intrigued by that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, those two things I'm like really I like that whole like mystery aspect. So hopefully, somebody's gonna figure it out, get to the bottom of the situation. Because I don't think, they're in royalty. They didn't do a good job of hiding it.
Yeah.
I mean, someone saw something. And she'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I'm curious more about the disease.
Okay. What happened?
Yeah, why is it different now? Because it seemed like before it's like you would get it and you would be like anointed, and now you get it and you're basically like leper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what happened?
Also, I'm just gonna say Scion because that's how it's spelled.
Yeah.
Scion.
Yeah.
The Scion. That whole power magic system is gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting a lot of vibes though, and I know I shouldn't be making these connections, but I'm going to go ahead and go another wheel time connection and say I feel like this is another like siding, tainting situation. Something's out there. Somehow it got tainted, and now it's messing things up drastically, which is like what happened with Sidene.
Sure.
Sidene or whichever one.
Sidene got messed up. Yeah.
Got tainted.
Sidar is the woman. Sidene
is the one that women have. Okay, so so I feel like it's that kind of vibe where something got tainted. We don't know why, but something got tainted 10 years ago, and now what used to be, I have this capability. I can do amazing things, and you should all rejoice in the fact that I got this. And now it's nope. Now you get it, and we're gonna like ostracize you and send you to a leper colony on the other side of the walls in this what used to be a fabulous city, the way it's been described. So it's a shame, but I guess we're looking for the rejuvenation of this power that they get, which I assume is a power to it. Because even if it is, you're like suffering like eternal pain, it still sounds like you basically live forever.
Yeah.
So that's kind of crazy if you think about it. That's a power. That's an amazing gift to be given.
Yeah.
Although you have no soul now, I guess.
Yeah.
Based on what they said.
So time-wise, this is in the universe of the Cosmere. This takes place before Mistborn Era 1.
Oh,
mm-hmm.
That's great news to know. Okay.
Yeah. So in the timeline of things, White Sand, the graphic novel, is actually the oldest of the canon books. Dragonsteel series, which is not canon yet, is actually the oldest, but it's not canon, so it doesn't matter. So White Sand, Elantris, and then Mistborn.
And are we supposed to be assuming this is all in the same solar system?
Same universe.
But not
same galaxy. Let's say same galaxy.
Galaxy. Okay, got it. Okay.
Not the same. Definitely not the same solar system.
The only reason I asked about the solar system
stars
is because we had a planet getting moved around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was just wondering, is there a possibility that someone could observe from another planet that planet had moved? But if it's a galaxy thing, then never mind.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Do you think people move between different planets?
Well, that's the reason why I'm kind of keeping. If it was solar system, I would say absolutely. If it's not solar system, then I would say, is there a possibility? Yes. But now we're talking about, are they using wormholes or other magic to jump from place to place? I mean, of course, there is magic available.
Sure.
And it can evolve, right? Because as you work with magic, you get better at it, and you can do more and more with it than you did when you started out learning it. So
sure,
we'll see. But the reason why the solar system thing is important to me is because it's like us in our solar system. If you want to get from Earth to Mars, first you got to observe that Mars exists. Right. Then you start thinking about, how do I get there? Yeah. If it's a galaxy, now it's different. You're like not thinking about how I'm going to get there. Maybe you could just like luck your way into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
and you got to think too, like this is medieval type times.
Yeah.
Medieval Renaissance. Like, I mean, that's the time period. Like the Cosmere is divided into, as of now, 2 distinct time periods. Okay. But Brandon Sanderson has said there's going to be 4 at least distinct time periods. So you have medieval, Old West, steampunk, modern, and then futuristic sci-fi.
Okay. Yeah, because so far we haven't seen electricity yet.
No.
We haven't seen electricity. We haven't seen like mechanical automation. No. We haven't seen anything like that. I mean, machinery. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But those are my, not theories, but those are my suspicions or assumptions about the universe so far. I don't know if you got anything, Will.
No. Nope. Nothing. Okay. They don't have fidget spinners.
Fidget spinners. Nice.
They don't have fidget spinners. That's right.
I have one somewhere. I don't know where.
I have never owned a fidget spinner ever.
I got this from work, and I actually love it.
Yeah.
I just started playing with it.
My kids have a bunch of them. My kids like playing with them. But I don't know.
So for us, when I was growing up, it was I love gyroscopes, and I love the fact that I could get that thing where it's like a ball, and basically they had a thing where it's got a peg on the bottom of it. You could put it on a string, so you could have somebody hold a string. So you put that little gyroscope on them. They would pull the thing, and it would just like spin. And the fact you could just hold itself up, I thought was so cool.
Yeah.
So that was my fidget spinner back.
I did want to get one of those, like for my office, like one of those those globes that you can get that have magnets on both sides. Have you seen those? And you can float it and spin it. It'll just spin it.
I had one. and it used to be the challenge of the building was when people would knock it off. They could not get it to sit back.
Right. The perfect. Yeah.
And the thing is, though, I got so expert at it. I could do it in like 2 seconds. I would just like put it in there and set it. And people would, my director would come by. He would spend 20 minutes and just he could never get it. And it annoyed him. Every time I could just pick it up, just put it on. And he was like, because of course the magnet's really strong.
Yeah.
So if you get it off, it pulls it so hard away from the center.
Yeah.
So you gotta really have like feather finger hands basically to like lay it down.
Are you saying you have soft hands, Alonzo?
I do. The ladies love it.
If you guys ever tried, you ever see the snow globe that's got the golf tee and the golf ball in it?
No.
And the golf ball is typically just in the globe around the side, and the goal is to get it on the tee, but it's in water, right?
Yeah.
So you have to do this thing where you kind of flick the snow globe, and then the ball slowly comes up, and you got to stop it on the tee.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
My granddad had one of those because he loved playing golf, and so hard. It's so hard.
Yeah.
And I
had the little things with the buttons as a kid where you tried to put the rings on,
With the what?
The little things that had the buttons on it.
It would shoot air into the water, and it would blow the little rings up.
On the little
two rods. You try to get the rings on the rods.
I've never seen this.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen
that was the whole thing.
You basically just press the buttons for a really long time. Eventually, they'll all get on the pegs.
Yeah.
I am so curious about this thing. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if they still make those things. They're great. Favorite character.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shoot, I forgot. Yeah, we got to do that. Favorite character. It's hard. I'm gonna go low hanging branch here and just say Sereni. I like
Sereni.
her.
Okay.
Yeah, I like her a lot. She's my people.
Okay.
She's empowered. She's gonna do what she can to make this thing work. She's gonna lay down her independence and she's gonna get to the bottom of this Scooby-Doo mystery. So yeah. Will, who you got?
I want to pick somebody off the wall. I'm gonna pick little Fjorn.
Fjorn. Yeah.
All right. I'll give it to Galadon. Okay, Sully.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And by the way, that accent comes across great in the audio.
Look, yeah,
it is really, really good. Yeah,
he does. Michael Kramer does a great job. No, it's not Michael Kramer in the audiobook. Never mind. It's it's a different voice actor. But he does a good job. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make a difference right now, but different. It really threw me off because I'm so used to hearing the same voice over books and books on books, and now it's a different voice, and so I had to get used to that. But he's good.
Yeah. All right. So next time we're doing 4 chapters, I think. Let me make sure. Yeah, 4 chapters. 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right. 4 chapters.
So 4 chapters is for next time. If you haven't caught at least for the first part, it's going to be just kind of bouncing. Radon, Sereni, Wraithen. Radon, Sereni, Wraithen.
Oh, really? Okay, I was expecting more characters to get introduced and have.
There's more characters, but that's the perspective.
No, I'm talking about point of view characters.
Yeah, point of views.
Okay.
Later in the series, it gets more, but that's for a while. That's what we're doing. So you have 2 Radon chapters next week, but 1 Sereni, 1 Wraithen. So yeah, that's what we have looking forward to. So looking forward to next Thursday when we cover that. So
yeah.
Any final thoughts before we sign off?
Nope.
All right. How we can be found is at thecosmereads.com. Find links to all sorts of cool stuff like social media, merch, Patreon, Discord, all that good stuff. Yeah. Don't forget to like, subscribe, write comments, do all the things that algorithm gods love, because they love all interactions with whether it's podcast or YouTube. They love it all. So, yeah. thanks so much, you guys, for coming out, and we'll see you guys next week. And until next time.
Thank you for watching the Cosmere Reads.
God stinks, God stink fresh. God stinks, God stink fresh.